Hello friends, it's been a long time. The rumors are true. I have indeed relocated myself. We moved over from Europe. Goodbye Europe. The trip was long and boring, but now we made it and it's really cold here. But the biggest problem is all I have right now is this little piece of toaster. Yep, that's my piece of technology for the next couple of months. Because my computer is coming, but it's coming on a boat. So it's gonna take a while. The toaster is all we've got. And what do I hear? Blizzard decided to, of course, release the Mage Tower at the exact worst time possible. And not only that, but it's also limited on time. How am I gonna get it on a toaster? Well, you know what, boys? I did the Mage Tower challenge back in the day, the first week it came out. I got this. This is gonna be easy. I went on Twitter. Some people say it's hard, some people say it's easy. A lot of people agree that it's really fun content, and it's WoW's strongest point. When they make fun content, that is not mandatory. And Mage Tower is exactly that. Kinda sus how it's being recycled from Legion instead of getting just new content in general, but it is content. And I am thirsty and I am dry. Content, we've been missing content. So even if it's recycled stuff, I'm gonna do it. The toaster affix, hey, challenge accepted. Now the first thing, which you might not notice from the video, is I had some really bad camera delay. It's hard for you to tell how bad it was since you can't see me actually moving my mouse, but just imagine, you move your mouse and then a second later your camera moves. It was really bad. That was probably the worst thing. And then on top of that, I also had the stuttering affix. Every couple of seconds, my screen would just freeze for 1 or 2 seconds. That was really fun. So both of these combined, we're gonna make for a pretty solid challenge. But I can't really complain about the difficulty, because if it's difficult, it means it lasts longer. It's more content. So I was happy. Now in case you guys are new to this particular challenge for, Shadow Priests, Warlocks, Frost Mages, Boomies, I don't know what else has it. This is what you gotta do. You got these two brothers. I don't know exactly what the story behind them is because I forgot. But you got the bad boy here and then you got his brother. He's a good guy. He's a Zugzug. He gets mind controlled and he starts attacking you. But he's slow. He has walk on. Now if he reaches you, you get one shot. He is slowable and he is CCable, which is pretty nice if you're a Frost Mage. So first, you gotta kite this guy around, take him to 35% HP. Then the bad boy comes out of his bubble. Bad guy has a lot of HP. He summons these Shadow Fiends and he shoots some Shadow Balls. Shadow Balls are not really a problem for a Shadow Priest because you passively heal. But the Shadow Fiends, they slap you once, it's game over. Meanwhile, his brother healed back to full, starts chasing you again. The brother also spawns these hands that have a cast. If they get the cast off, you instantly die. Now you can kick the cast, but I'm a Shadow Priest, so my kick is 45 seconds, so I can only kick every other cast. If you're a mage, you could like AoE slow the Shadow Fiends, slow the guy that you're supposed to kite, also counterspell every single cast. It's almost like they made this challenge with a particular spec in mind, but you have some tools to deal with it. You have silence, you can disperse, or you can try to raise the cast and kill it, which is possible with a special secret item that I will show you, but you can also use Surrender to Madness on these hands. That is very useful. There's runes on the ground, and if you don't soak the runes, there's a big monstrosity that comes out, and yeah, you guessed it, you instantly die. In the last phase, you gotta deal with the guy that you have to kite, the Shadow Fiends, the hands that you have to kick, the runes you have to soak. There's also these puddles on the ground that slow you down a lot, and there's also the guy just shooting Shadow Balls at you. So there's a lot of movement, and there's a lot of stuff. And I'm playing on a toaster here. So on we go. The first couple of attempts were not exactly going great. I kept dying to hands, I kept dying to melee. It was really hard to actually turn my camera, especially with more things on the screen. It got really bad. And I was dying to these hand casts a lot. It was really hard to actually try to kill them while I'm kiting through the lag. It felt impossible. But then I had an idea. Since we're doing Legion content and my gear scales, what if I go and use my actual Legion gear? And not only that, but the special sauce was the Cyclotronic Trinket from the last expansion. I think it was just not scaled properly because it would almost one-shot a hand. Almost. And now we were making progress. I was consistently killing the guy I was supposed to kite, But I don't know, I'm not sure how the toaster ethics kind of killed me randomly a couple of times. I don't even know, like me sitting here right now, editing this video on the toaster, it's hard to tell if my toaster cannot handle the actual edit or if it was this laggy in the actual game. Once I render this, you'll be able to tell. If it's laggy, that's how it was in the game. Since I was playing on a toaster, I tried out the special toaster settings. Didn't help at all. There were definitely some questionable moments that maybe I could blame the lag for, or maybe I couldn't. But then I've had enough. I decided to actually go on Google. That's right, bringing out the big guns. I went on Google and I tried to fix my issue. And it turns out it wasn't my toaster. At least the camera delay was just a bug that was in the patch for some people. And you could just turn it off if you disable VSync. Who knew? I disabled VSync. Poof! My toaster was now a professional toaster. No more camera delay. Still screen freezing, but no more camera delay. That was huge. It was so nice. And at this point, I decided to commit a little bit and also buy some drums, which is something I probably should have done from the beginning, you know, use flask potions, a bunch of runes and drums and all that. So now, with no delay and with the drums, we definitely had it. And we got it so clean here. And then my toaster died. It just died here. And yeah, with the toaster dying, so did I, obviously. I came back and I was dead. A little bit of an unfortunate event, but it is what it is. And then on top of that, there's a bunch of bad RNG. But eventually, we get to the point where we could consistently almost kill the first guy. But then the shadow bolts from the second guy would kill me. And now one thing that I didn't know at the time was apparently if you kill the guy that's kiting you, then the bad boy gets a 500% damage buff. I didn't know that was a thing, but I did notice that I could just range him and he won't attack me. So I didn't know if this was a legit strategy or not, but I went on Wowhead and decided to go with their strategy instead. Max PV damage on the bad boy and just kill him on the second phase. I tried this a couple of times. It felt like my gear was bad, or maybe I just played bad, or maybe it was a toaster affix that would freeze my screen every once in a while. But I just didn't, I felt like I didn't have enough damage to just straight up kill him. Maybe I should have used more consumables, that probably would have helped a little bit. I just couldn't do it. I tried and I tried. I even equipped my Knifeu back, but I just couldn't. It was too laggy and it was too hard to do damage, and I would just fall behind in damage and I would just get overwhelmed. And then I decided it was finally time to go on YouTube. And our savior, Nayo Hichigo. I checked this guy's video and it turns out my first strategy was good. You can, in fact, just kill the first guy and then take it slow with the second guy. Because you can just range his Shadow Bolts and then he just sits there spawning Shadow Fiends. You can just kill the Shadow Fiends, you know, slowly. And trust me, it took a long time to do this whole thing. But you can do it. He doesn't have a hard enrage, so you can just take it easy. So this was our new plan. Just kill the first guy, the guy that you're supposed to kite, and then take it into deep, deep dampening. And hopefully the other guy gets tired and gives up. Yeah, I didn't exactly stay in the center of this rune, so I might have messed this one up. But eventually, on this tiny screen of the toaster, we got a good, clean run. We got the first guy down, and then it was just me, the Shadow Fiends, and the bad boy. But this time I had Mind Bomb. Mind Bomb made it way easier to just soak the runes, because you can just Mind Bomb all the Shadow Fiends, go soak, and run away. Now the problem with this was I was always kind of dying. I was never really recovered. It took me quite a long time. Not exactly the way it's supposed to be done, but it was really easy doing it like this. Even on a toaster. And with that, we did it! We got it done! Mage Tower completed! Legion was so good. But now, the recycled content, we beat that as well. But I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Good luck with your own Mage Tower if you haven't done it already. And I hope you understand the less frequent uploads at the moment. I am in a really difficult position to actually upload and edit videos on a toaster. I have to record, edit everything on this laptop, and it's a little bit difficult, but I'm trying my best. Thanks a lot for watching again. I hope you guys have a beautiful rest of the day. Peace.